Safely.
Is this the last one you guys got today? Last little training?
They get to sit in on the next one too.
Oh, you're going to do slip, strips, and falls too?
Yes.
Oh, man. So I need to make this one really short.
Because that one is required of everyone in the district.
I got
so
you. I got
figure
you.
that-
I got you. All right, we're going to do a little safe lifting. Give you a little background on workman's comp. If you're hurt on workman's comp, you don't get paid for the first 7 days. So if you're off work, those first 7 days is when you take care of your vacation or your sick leave or those kind of things on your, when you're getting your daily wages. If you're off more than 7 days, after 30 days, they'll come back and pay that first week. So you'll get that money if you're off for that first, for 30 days. But first 7 days, you're not going to get any money from the workman's comp people, except for your medical bills. Okay? So don't think, oh, I'm off on workman's comp, I hurt my back, I'm off 3 days, I'm going to get 3 days of workman's comp pay. It's not going to happen. So after the 7th day, they start paying you. And then after 30 days, if you're, heaven forbid you're off that long, they'll come back and pay that first week. Okay? So that's how workman's comp works. Also, when you're off on workman's comp, you don't get your full salary. You get like 70% of what you normally make. Okay? So if like I said, heaven forbid you get hurt and you're off on workman's comp and you look at your workman's comp check and it's 30% less of what you normally make. That's what it is. Okay? And the whole system there is to get you back to work, utilize all the, all the money that you can utilize with your sick pay and your vacation pay to fill those gaps. So what that means is we don't want to get hurt. Okay? Because you're not going to make the same amount of money. Now your medical bills will be covered. Okay, so what we want to do today is kind of show you where things are at. This is 09-10. Custodians had five claims. Then we've got our food service, our other categories, and then our teachers. These are the number of claims that we've had in the last couple of years. This is 010-011. Custodians still at 5 claims. Teachers shot up to 7. Okay, now these are the people that are walking up and down the halls teaching our kids, and they're still having accidents. So, we got the others, we've got the special ed, we've got the teacher's aides. Okay, so these are kind of where the accidents are happening. This is where the money's going. In 2009, 2010, $14,191 went to custodial workman's comp. Now this money it's not like paying your car insurance where you write a check and it's gone. On workman's comp, the way this is, they're basically self-funded. So they pay us to administer your account. If you don't have those accidents, we don't charge you that money. That money stays in here. So if there were no accidents during that year, they would have saved over almost $30,000 on workman's comp. That would have stayed in the district if there wouldn't have been any accidents. Okay? So what we want to try to do is reinforce not to have the accident. Now the food service, they've got $9,500 worth of claims. We've got teachers that got $2,700 worth of claims. I'm not picking on anybody. I'm just giving you the raw numbers. Last year, 2010, 2011, $18,000 worth of workman's comp and custodians. Entirely too much for a district this size. Entirely too much. And it ranges from slips and falls to back injuries to all kinds of things, which is what we're going to go over today, is some safe lifting techniques. Then we've got our teachers. $24,500. That's money that's left the district that won't ever come back. Okay? Like I said, it's not like writing your car insurance. Okay, it's paid, I'm covered. Now that money right there, we're talking, that's $30,000, $40,000. That's a couple of extra maintenance people, maybe a custodian or two, maybe a teacher. That's enough to cover those kinds of salaries. So what we're going to try to do is try to keep those numbers down so we can keep that money in the district. 09, 10, 14 claims throughout the district, $27,000. Gone. Money is gone. Most districts this size average between 8 and 10. So you're almost double that, or you're more than double that. 2010, 2011, claims went up, money went up. This is actual dollars paid out of workman's comp last year. Okay? And then this year, we got one claim, $190. So we're headed in the right direction, and what we need to do is try to keep that going with education, awareness, that you guys, you can see where the money goes. You know, times are tough in school districts. How many times have you heard this year, we don't have any money? Or we didn't have any money last year? Or we're not going to have any money next year? This is one of the ways that the school district can be a good steward of the taxpayer dollars, is keep the workman's comp cost down, because if you don't have those accidents, that money stays here. So what we're going to talk about today is safe lifting. How many of you have ever been told lift with your legs? Lift with your legs. Biggest muscle on your body right here. Why do we still have workman's comp claims? Why do we still have back injuries? We're going to discuss some of it. Safety is important for every school district. Every employee should adhere to safety standards. Most accidents can be prevented if you'll take your time, use common sense, and pay attention. Those are the two things that you really need to do. Use common sense and pay attention. 90% of all accidents are caused by you guys. Not the door, not the bad equipment. It's caused by you guys. Okay? Either we're in too big a hurry, we're not paying attention, we've got other things on our mind. There's a whole lot of things that can go on where you're not paying attention during the day. Back injuries or strains are usually a result of carelessness. Strains usually occur in the lower back. How many of you ever had a lower back strain? I mean, it happens. I've had them. And usually what happens is you just kind of tweak a muscle. You're like, oh man, what did I do? You know, back injuries are life-altering. If you have to have a back injury, a back surgery that causes you to have surgery, you're never going to be the same. It's life-altering. You sleep too long, you're going to hurt. You don't sleep long enough, you're going to hurt. You go up too many steps, you're going to hurt. You get out of the car wrong, you're going to hurt. The weather changes, you're going to hurt. It changes your lifestyle. It increases that pain on a pretty regular basis. So what we'll try to do is prevent that from happening. Know what you're about to lift. There's supposed to be a lift right there. Choose the clearest route between you and the destination you're going to carry that to. How many of you ever pick up something and just say, well, I got to take this over here, and you don't ever think about, well, what's in the way between here and there? Maybe there's a cord. Maybe there's a stack of boxes that you got to walk around. If you're carrying something you can't see over, you're going to trip. Look for a place to rest on the way if you need it. If it's all the way across campus, then I got to stop somewhere. I'm not going to be able to carry this that far.
Or use a dollar.
Or use a dollar. We'll get to that. Did you see my slides? We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Remove any objects that you may have tripped over. Lift the corner of the load. Just check to see how heavy it is. Okay? Most of us just reach down and grab it. Well, I know what it is. Kind of pick it up a little bit and see if it's going to be too heavy for you to lift. If you need that dollar. So most of us just go reach down there and grab it and take off. So we don't even think about it. We do it all the time. Think about the lift. Stand close to the load. I took out, what's today? Today's Wednesday. I took out the trash yesterday at my house. And we have the recycle bins. You know, we put cans and stuff in it, and the plastics and stuff. I'm carrying it out here because I got my shirt on. I didn't want to get any of that Coke syrup. You know, you throw it in there, you get syrup all over. I pulled it out here. I was carrying it like this. By the time I got to the curb, my back was hurting. And the thing, you know, it's just a plastic container full of a bunch of aluminum cans. It wasn't very heavy. But I wasn't, you know, I didn't have it close to my body where I can control it. And until you do that, you don't realize what kind of strain that puts on your back. And usually, like I said, it's too late by the time you notice it. So you need to be thinking about that. And I wasn't thinking about it. I was thinking about keeping my shirt clean. So it can happen to anybody. But you've got to think about it on a regular basis. Squat down, use your legs, load with your back straight, your knees bent. How many of you you've heard this over and over and over, right? Keep your back straight, lift with your legs. But yet we still have these back injuries. And back injuries, if you've got to have surgery, it's going to be $50,000 to $100,000 of district money gone to fix you. Number one, you're going to be mad because you're hurt. You'll be mad at the district because they hurt you. You're going to be mad at the doctor because he didn't fix you quick enough. I mean, there's a whole list of things that are going to go on that's not going to make it a good situation. Then you compound all that money going out the door. Hey, we just need to nip it in the bud so it never happens. So we have to think about what we're doing. Place your hands diagonally across, you know, one corner to the other. Don't lift them both up here. You'll flip over on you. Don't put both hands outside or flip inside on you. Make sure you got everything under balance. Grip the load with your whole hand, not just your fingers. So when you get a hold of something, you're going to carry it